I'm going to pull the most out of this, I'm going to need at least 3 different sets. Where's that last piece of Mother Sorrow? Not here. Ah, dang it. Maybe it's over here.
Oh, there you are, Robert. What are you... Never mind. I heard from a very reliable source, Naru, that the Marang Tong is taking new recruits soon, and I need to be at my very best. And, well, I need you to get me one of those mythic thingies you're always going after. Robert, are you even listening to me?
I'd be more than willing to help you, Rose. But you know what? I think I want you to ask that one more time. But do it like this. I'll give you an example. Robert, I need your help. Oh, I'd be more than happy to help you, Rose. There you go. Now you give it a shot.
Fine. I can't believe I'm going to ask this, but desperate time calls for desperate measures. I need your help. That feels so wrong.
Oh, I got just the thing. It's called the Markyn Ring of Majesty, and you're in luck. I already know where all the pieces are, so we can just go and get it. Oh, and before we go out and get this thing, all you fellow adventurers out there, just to let you know that there are timestamps in the description down below. So if you're in a hurry, or you just want a certain section, you can go ahead and jump down there and get to where you want to be.
Robert, hurry up. I don't want to miss my opportunity.
All right. We're going to go ahead and head over to our first lead, which is actually in a dungeon right over here in Auradon, the Banished Cells. And if for some reason you're not using that dungeon finder to get here, you can find it right over here on the map. This is where we're going to find the lead for the Runiblood Coil. Oh, and a quick note, it doesn't matter if you run Banished Cells 1 or 2, you'll still get the lead. Once we get inside, we're going to go ahead and...
Let me guess, we need to fight the boss.
Surprisingly enough, we're not going to be doing that.
Wait, what? Then why are we even in here? You better not be wasting my time, Robert.
That is my favorite pastime, but no, follow me, I'll show you what we're doing.
Of course it is. That's why I never get anything done.
The lead can drop from any of the random enemies found within this dungeon. You know, like the scamps or skeletons or anything else wandering around. So all you need to do is get in there and unanimate as much as the undead as possible. After you've taken out enough undead to impress Meridia and have gotten your lead, you'll be ready to get on to the next one, which is right over here in Coldharbor. You'll want to make your way on over to the Court of Contempt Wayshrine. It's located just east of the Hollow City, right over here. This is where we're going to start our hunt for the Morpholith Shank.
What do you mean, hunt? I thought you knew where everything was.
Of course I know. It's in any of the random chests here in Coldharbor.
Well, I'll be right here waiting with my new acquaintance, Hazdak. Oh, is that cheese? Would go great with some wine.
Now, hunting chests out here in Coldharbor sounds like a daunting task, but fortunately I have a chest loop that will help make this just a little bit easier. Here, take a look at this right quick. This is a map that shows where all the chests are in Coldharbor. Feel free to use your Psijic abilities to pause this moment so you can read it, or you can access it anytime by clicking the link in the description. If this map is too vague and you don't want to go hunting for these, fear not, I'm about to show you. This loop is quite big and involves 22 different chests for it to work properly. So if you don't need this guided tour to all the chests, feel free to once again use those Psijic abilities by using the timestamp to jump to the next section. Okay, here we go. Let's start the loop by going to this location. It's just north of the Wayshrine, right across from the boss. You'll know you're in the right spot when you see these otherworldly lights. You'll start going north towards the daedrat larder world boss. When you get over here, don't jump off the edge just yet, because you're going to turn left right here. This is the first chest location, right back in this corner. Once you're done here, you're going to go ahead and take a nice little stroll off to the edge and drop down. After you finally do drop down there, you want to go ahead and head off to the right. You'll follow the wall for a bit and the chest can spawn right across from the water against the wall, right here. After looking there, you go ahead and head on back to where you dropped down, and make your way back over here between the house and the wall. The next chest can spawn back in this area across from the house. From there, follow the wall and go between the rocks. Then you want to follow the wall all the way down and hang a right. You want to go to the base of this tree. The chest can spawn right underneath its roots. Next, we'll go around and behind this tree. We want to follow the edge of these rocks until we reach another tree. Take the right and by the water, you'll find the next chest spawn point. After peeking there, follow the water's edge and go between the rocks and the tree. Take the left and go past this bunker. Keep left and you'll eventually see the next chest spawn point right there on the edge next to the rocks. After you're done checking there, why don't you go ahead and take a nice long stroll across the edge of the abyss until you reach the back wall, and then follow it up. You'll eventually come across a chest that's sitting right there against the wall. From this point, you'll continue following the wall straight up for a bit. When you get to the water, you'll want to go left and go up the hill, and at the top you'll see not one, but 2 chests. With those 2 spots covered, let's head on down the hill and go into the side of this rock. When you finally do get around the rock, you'll see this tree, and as you get close, you'll see the next chest spawn point right underneath it. After checking here, head east towards the Cliffs of Failure. Make sure you stay close, this one takes a second to get to. When you see this portal, you'll know you're close. When you go down the hill, go towards the back corner. And be careful not to fall off as you check this spot. I may or may not be talking from experience on this one. From here, all you need to do is head on back up the hill and go past the entrance to the Cliffs of Failure. We're now heading towards the Cave of Trophies Delve. Once you weave around some stuff, you should see the chest in the back corner above the entrance of the delve. Oh, looky there. It's a lore book. I'll have to come back for that one. From here, you want to jump and... oh, God. Go to the tree in front of the delve. And you're going to find your next chest spawn point underneath the tree. From here, follow this wall all the way down till it opens up, and you can see the outer wall of the Court of Contempt. When it does, go over to this rock formation close to the outer wall, and next to it is your next location. With that spot cleared, continue west and follow the edge of the wall. You know, when you're around instances like this, weird things tend to happen sometimes. Anyway, when you make this turn, you'll see this rock. Go behind it and for the next chest. Let's continue following this outer wall. When I'm going through here, I like to stay away from the wall a bit so I don't have to fight all the scamps loitering around the area. As you near the entrance, you'll see the next location right in this back corner. After you finish here, you'll be ready for the second half of this chest run. For the next half of the loop, we'll start over here back at the way shrine and go south. When you see this tree, you'll want to go around it. At this point, I'm sure you know where this chest is going to be. If you guess under it, then you were right. Man, these locks are always so finicky. Ooh, more Stegan's armor. From here, continue down and stay along the edge of the structure in the water. And over there is your next chest. Alright, with this one down, we only got 4 left. From here, continue staying close to the edge going through the water. When you see the shore, you'll want to head right on over here. Behind the rock, you'll see the next chest spawn point. Pop that lock, and there we go. Next, head on over here to the right. The next chest is over here by the water. When you're done here, you'll head on through the water and go towards the Hallow City. You'll want to head on over to this enclosed area right over here to find the next spot. Once we're done here, we'll be heading to our final spot, which is down this way like you're going towards the Hallow City. You will see a little area next to this light, and in the back sits the final chest spawn point. Oh, thank the 8 we're finally done. With that long trek out of the way, we're ready to head on over here to the Deadlands.
Where in the Deadlands are you taking us?
We're actually heading to our next lead. We're going to find it at a world boss called the Unmaker. This is where we're going to get the Mindcleaver loot.
The Unmaker? What in oblivion is that?
Well, Rose, that's exactly what we're here to fight.
Well, at least they cook the people here.
One more thing. This boss can be tough. You may want to bring some extra adventurers with you to help you take it down.
Well, that was easy enough. Where are we going to next?
Well, lucky for us, the next lead is also in the Deadlands. So we're just going to need to head right on over. Oh my god, look, guys, the monster is already dead.
I can see why they would get confused.
Man, why?
All right, Robert, enough playing around.
I wouldn't consider that playing around exactly, but we do need to head on over here to the Scour Shale's Way Shrine. You'll find it right about here in the middle of the map. This is where we're going to try to track down the Searing gem.
Ooh, this seems rather rewarding. So, when are we going to get started? How do we get this gem?
I'm glad you're excited about helping on this one. We got 2 areas to cover and lots of rats to kill.
Rats? You never said anything about rats. You're on your own. I'll meet you back in town.
Oh man, should have brought Nars. He likes killing rats.
This one's ears burn. Do you know what could be causing it, Mythic?
Mythic is puzzled.
As I said a moment ago, we're going to be racing around for some rats. But not just any rats, we're looking for daedrats. They can be found all throughout the Deadlands and can be seen off the side of the main roads and gathered in certain areas. I'm about to cover 2 methods I use to grab up my gem. So just like in Coldharbor, if you don't need any of the info, feel free to jump ahead. For this first one, we're going to travel from the Scour Shale's Way Shrine, and we're going to make our way towards an area called Destruction Solace. There are about 4 rats that can be collected while going up the main road, but we're going to focus our efforts within Destruction Solace. As you come up the main road, you'll see this area. Make your way to this little plateau, and the first rat will be hanging out right there. You'll then want to head a little further in and take that right at the tree, and go towards that big door. You should see a daedrat right here, and on the other path right over there, you'll see the other one. After you've taken care of them, you should head back towards that tree and head right over here. You should see the next daedrat moving about in the grass. From here, you'll want to go right across the path and you'll see another rat in this little crevice area. Once you do the thing, continue down the path and go into this cave. As you get inside, you'll go past the torch and you'll see a skeleton on the ground, and over it sits another rat. Go in just a little bit further and you'll see another one right here. Down by that other torch, you'll see 2 more over there. And as you round the corner to get out of this cave, you'll see one right here at the exit. Alright, I think that covers about 10 of them. If you've got time on your hands, you can sit here and farm rats as much as you want, as it only takes 5 minutes for rats to respawn. But if you don't feel like waiting, I made a rat loop for you. This custom little rat loop covers over 22 daedrat locations, and it all starts over here at the Ardent Hope Way Shrine, and we'll be going up and around a few areas that have the most rats. Our little trek will end when we reach the Raging Coast Way Shrine. We will be keeping a steady pace while we point these out, so be sure to look out for the arrows and use the live map as a reference if you get lost. You'll see the first one right behind me. The next one is over here by the crates as we exit the Way Shrine area. From here, we're going to go down the main path for a bit. You'll see the next 2 rats right around the bend here. After you've dispatched them, you'll go ahead and head down the road for a bit. You'll see another rat underneath a rock right over there. When you get to this area, you'll see that the road goes down off to the right. When you peek down the road, you can find a rat right by the torch. And right above this one, you'll see another rat right up here on the rocks. As you continue down the road, you'll see another rat right here. And if you go up and around the ruins right there, you'll see another rat right over here by the edge. When you're done scoping this spot out, turn around and head towards that blue flame. And behind those ruins by the blue flame is yet another rat. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a U-turn as we're going to avoid the enemies here. And if you go behind the tree, you'll see another rat right here in the open field. And as you continue along, you'll see another one right over here in this log. As you continue down the path, you'll see another one right on this rock by a small tree. When you get far enough, you'll see an open area, and greeting you there is yet another rat. After you've gathered that one up, you'll push forward just a little bit further and you'll see another one right over here. From here, you'll want to turn and go towards the lava. You'll see a log that's hiding yet another rat. You'll eventually want to make it onto the main path. Then you'll pass this little fire shulk right here, and yet another rat will be pacing right here in the middle of the road. After that one, you want to take this first right in between the rocks and go uphill. Once you see the main path, you'll want to follow it up. You'll eventually see an entrance to an area known as Zainoa's Goal. If you're so inclined, you can take a slight detour here to find up to 3 rats, 2 here at the entrance and 1 all the way there in the back. When you're done here, return to the main road and go towards the Way Shrine. Eventually you'll see an opportunity to turn right. Go ahead and go up the hill and you'll see a rat right there by the crate. If you go over here between the wall and the Way Shrine, you'll see another rat right back here in this corner. And if you were to follow that wall all the way up through here, you'll see 2 more rats right over here. One of them out in the open and the other one in the supplies. And finally we get to our last rat, which is right over here at the top of this crate. I always like to leave him for last. By the time you get done running this loop and you port back to the other Way Shrine, the rat should be just about ready to respawn, and you can run the thing again. I believe that's enough running around for one day. Let's go ahead and head on down to the safest town in Oblivion, Fargrave. This is where we're going to pick up the lead for the Firescourge band. Getting this lead may try your patience a bit as it only drops from the daily reward coffers. And if you're wondering where the daily quests are, they're right over here on the map.
Seriously?
The Sarathotong pay for results, not chit-chat.
You're telling me I have to kill the Unmaker again?
Dragging your feet will get you no favors.
But I already killed it today. Look, right here, I have his head. This is frustrating. Just give me my coffer.
Hey Rose, so what is today's daily quest?
Apparently today's daily quest is you wasting my time.
Ah, you got the Unmaker. Funny enough, I got that daily quest today as well.
You already knew? Why didn't you share your quest with me?
I'm sorry about that, Rose. It must have slipped my mind. Once you have all the pieces, you'll want to go dig them all up in the Deadlands.
I finally found it. Now help me put this thing together so we can get out of here.
Now this ring can be extremely useful in any number of builds and playstyles. This is because for every 3 pieces of a set of armor that you wear, this ring will grant you 100 weapon and spell damage, as well as 1,157 armor. As an example, if you had 4 pieces of Mother Sorrow and mixed it with 5 pieces of Treasure Hunter, you would see the ring give you about an extra 200 damage and 2,314 extra armor. When you look at this ring, it can be hard to see it, but it does have a negative to it. And that would be that this bonus only comes from active 3-piece armor set bonuses. That means if you have 2 pieces that you're wearing, and your 3rd piece is on the back bar on a weapon you're not currently using, you'll not get that increase until you swap weapons. So if you go to use this marvelous mythic, you'll have to put some thought into what you wear and how you wear it. Alright, now get out there and theory craft your most epic build yet. And that wraps up another guide. We want to thank you all for sticking with us at the end. It really helps us out. Speaking of helping, if we managed to help you, why not give us a like and leave us a comment on how you plan to put the ring to use. Also, if you enjoy the way we do things here, consider subscribing, and maybe ring that bell for notifications so you hopefully get notified when we release new content. Speaking of content, I can't believe they think I'm too old. I was the best one there. Oh, there you are, Rose. Bad luck. You just missed him.
Wait, you don't mean...
That's right, the Morg Tong. I had told them all about you, and they said you would have had to have been here in person for them to consider you. Pity though, they said that you would have been a perfect fit. What did take you so long? It's not like you'd be
Darn
late.
Robert did his side quest. I'm going to kill him like a daedrat.
And if you need any more guides, you can catch them in the playlist.
Robert!
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. I hope I'm around to see you in the next one.
You won't be seeing anybody after I'm done with you.
Hold on, Rose, if we can talk it out, we can fix the problem.
I'm already solving this problem. Now get over here.